So last week, adventurers returned to Gertrude. I think I can't remember, and he sent them forward to the graveyard after a wild druid had visited Gertrude, and was sent on for the third part of the pendant. So there's like three parts of this pendant. They've got Gertrude had one that you brought back earlier. You then returned with the second, third, and Josepina apparently had been sent forth on her own to go and get the third one, which was apparently buried in the tomb and just on the neck of Lord Terramond, who had been buried there previously. On arrival, you guys most of you ran down into the tomb to find Josepina standing with a few dead kobolds at her feet, standing at Lord Terramond's feet, where he's trying to sort of open up his coffin. When she managed to do so, Velros ran straight forward and just grabbed hold of the necklace that is around Terramond's neck, and as he did so, gas and poison started leaking into the room. After making several attempts at getting himself poisoned, he tried to block the holes and fouled. You all retreated from the tomb, and as you did so, you noticed the graveyard start erupting with zombies and ghouls and all sorts of undead creatures, which then presented to attack you all. As during combat, Valrus grabbed the necklace and decided to run up a tree, and he hid there for pretty much most of the fight. While the rest of you, then Trinity got a little bit scared when Terramond himself appeared at the crypt entrance. He dropped a little fog cloud and ran off, and then mayhem ensued. Finally, you managed to slay everything that came towards you, and this is where we left last week at the end of the battle, having killed everything, and Terramond also been returned back to the grave. Over to you guys.
Loot the corpses.
Is this poison coming out of the crypt at all?
No, it's kind of just filled the chamber inside there.
So we don't need to.
Well, I think we should head back and find what's his name? Sent us on this.
What's his name? You've only been on a mission a few times with him.
I'm no good at names.
Where's the damn necklace?
Let's get the necklace back to him.
Are we live?
Where's the damn thief?
Get the necklace back.
Veros has the necklace right now.
Come on then.
How does he have the necklace?
I've moved. Well, Roland moved his
in the first place.
I had to run back. I run back and get the bloody thing. But I'm in the bush. I'm in the tree at the moment, so I'm going to come down from the tree acrobatically, double backflip, boom, land down the ground.
Roll.
Roll. Oh crap!
I've unlocked the token so you can move where you want, but
I'm rolling acrobatics, am I?
I suggest we loot the corpses and see what treasure they might have.
So as Velrus decides to backflip off of the tree, he kind of just does you kind of see him hunch back, and you kind of look up at the tree wondering what he's doing, and he backwards flips off of the branch, manages to half turn, and you think it's looking quite cool, and then he just kind of stops and splats straight face first onto the floor, laying prone. It just
totally totally planned.
I'm okay.
Okay. I kind of ride it out for a while. Just stay lying there still, just for a second. See if anyone cares. No one cares. Okay.
Let's
slowly get up. Slowly get up.
Magic hand and sleight of hand the amulet away from him.
Roll for sleight of hand. Actually, you need that. That's my blue folder.
Oh, I'm going to roll sleight of hand as well, then, don't I? Do I need to do defense or something as well?
No, it's up to me to see if it works.
You just went flat first on the thing, so.
Well, I never get any breaks, man.
Might have broken a rib.
Yeah.
If you roll, you roll for perception at disadvantage.
Perception at a disadvantage.
Yeah.
Right. Oh God. To beat a 21.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, I did. Oh, hang on. I didn't roll it. Hang on. Oh, I missed it.
yeah. So as you're laying face flat first on the floor, the amulet just kind of, you don't see it, but the amulet wedges its way out of your pocket, and it hovers through the air, being held by this magic hand cast by Loki.
I slightly pocket the thing and away from Velro.
I saw that, Loki.
Even
Limping
thinking
slowly
rubber
towards him, but slightly winded. I saw that.
You didn't see the sleight of hand at all.
Oh, I didn't.
It reminds me of that video that one of you guys posted where the chick's like, I'm just going to take your potion of giant strength and just going to cross it out here.
Yeah.
I've got the necklace. I thought I had the necklace here. Oh, maybe it's in the tree. Hang on, let me go back to the tree a second. No. Okay.
I think you spend enough time in that tree. You better cough that dadgum thing up. You're gonna be coughing something else up.
I sneak
I'm
in
back.
behind Valros's back, signal the group, and just wave. Don't worry, I got it.
Right. Cool. So, wow. Okay.
I am.
Good job. Good job, guys. That was pretty hairy. Yeah. How's everyone doing? Is everyone okay? No one's dead?
I didn't want to die, that's for sure.
I'm going to drink one of my last remaining potion of healing.
Yeah, I still got some. I've got potions left. Oops. I'm going to go and rummage through the bad guys, starting with the main dude that we killed. See if there's any valuables. I go for the assist.
Yeah, I'm just going to lean, still wounded.
As
and
you
a bit-
you search all the bodies, there's not much left on them. These have been buried. Most of these are worker folk, and they're just buried relatives. So they've been buried with a couple of knickknacks and like valuables that were valued to the person, but not really high market value. So like little wooden carvings, that sort of thing. On Lord Terramond himself, obviously, he's had a little bit more ornate. He has 2 gold bangles and 2 gold rings, and it was also buried with about 50 silver.
Oh wow.
Ooh, I do the detect magic on the items on the Lord dude.
There's nothing magical about them,
Okay, no magic here.
apart from his dead bodies.
Glowing. Cool. So we pocket the stuff.
Yeah, might as well.
Don't forget,
Just put it on your character sheet.
I definitely earned some of that. You know.
You in?
I'm leaning against the wall slightly, still wounded, having to see, and just relaxing right now. Watching
You
this
earned a
unfold.
twig, and I give him a little brunch.
Hey, there was
We
poison
got a
in
few
there.
nuts
There was
for you.
poison. I went back and
Sorry,
got that.
Valros.
You all ran out of that room faster than anything I've ever seen. Okay, so don't give me any of that. I went back into that. In fact, I stayed in there and went back.
Intelligence is not a disadvantage.
What are we talking about? What are we talking about? I risked
Knowing
my
that you
neck.
cannot stop
These
gas
beautiful boots.
with a
These beautiful boots.
Yeah, that is a discussion for the evening around a tavern table. How you earned those boots, but we
This-
can talk.
I-
If
with-
we have to start giving out boots for people that can climb trees, we can just as well go to every 12-year-old in any village and just hand out our gold. But hey, as I said, a discussion for a tavern table.
To be fair, a tavern does sound pretty good right about now.
Oh yeah.
It does sound
How
really,
do
really
I
good.
drop my? Do I just throw a HD dice
Or
for
what?
my potion?
Was it you had this? What potion did you have?
I have a normal potion of healing,
Um,
which I sadly duplicated in my inventory, which
It's one way to get more. Potion of... I think it's just a normal one is...
I think it's a D6.
Well, it's... Yeah, it's 2d4 plus 2.
Oh, I got one there. So do I put +2 on it one? No, I just roll them and you add 2.
You can do it either way. You can press the +2 or you can just roll. Yeah.
So it drops it down to 6 damage.
So 7 plus 2.
The poison doesn't seem to be receding, does it?
No, the poison's just filled the chamber up, and it seems to be like there's almost like a barrier on the edge of the tomb, just keeping it from going any further, but it's not receding anywhere.
Go to the edge and blow on it. Go away. That's the DM's way of saying don't go there.
Does anyone have a mirror? My face feels pretty hot still from that poison.
You probably just need to rinse it off with some water, don't you?
Could do. That's a good idea, Joe. That's
Add
a
a
Josepina.
few leaves and, try them.
Good couple leaves. I'm sure.
Druidic symbols.
You can search for druidic symbols if you like. Where's your card for it?
Hard for it. I just have that naturally from knowing
Druidism.
Druidism.
She uses a bit of druidism.
Being druidic. I think I do.
Is it a ability, isn't it? Druidic.
Druidic.
While you're all
It's just investigation, I think.
Okay.
So if you do an investigation.
So this one.
Perception check. Perception. Yeah, I'll do investigation. 9! You don't notice any druidic. This is like a graveyard. There's nothing really druidic about it. It's a very man-made.
And any interesting plants that I might be able to heal Velros with?
Do a nature check.
Isn't it mid?
It's a nature check to search for the plants.
I can just see it now. Velros, go rub yourself against that tree. It's not poison ivy, promise.
You can search the edges of the forest and find a few leaves that would be used in healing, but of themselves you can't just rub the leaves on him and it will heal. You have to actually make them into something.
Okay, so I pick some of the leaves.
Okay.
And can I make them into something?
Not right now. You
Now.
have to take like a long rest for that.
What time of day is it?
I vote for a long rest.
I vote for a long rest.
You're looking at early morning now.
Early morning.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
I vote for a 4-hour rest, and then I can meditate.
Well, I think we need
but not in the graveyard. Not in the graveyard. Because Dracarys he seems quite somewhat stabbed. His health seems quite low, so we should
Is he bleeding out?
If
I think he's stable, isn't he?
we're not that far from town, we could just head back and order up some breakfast.
Did
You're not free.
any of you else check out the actual sarcophagus?
It's
I
full
don't
of
think we
dust.
should go back down there.
I was too busy.
Maybe Des is going to just hold his breath and.
Too busy setting off the traps.
But I will happily watch you go in and come back out again.
Yeah, there's too much poison gas. We can't get to the sarcophagus unless someone feels adventurous.
Is the poison gas still down there?
I think
Oh.
so.
Never mind.
This is one of the few times I would say, don't throw me. Don't throw me.
There must have been some sort of mechanism to trigger the gas, though.
I think that was you.
I was trying to figure out when to use that. I'm like, I can't find the spot yet.
Just could have been, I suppose.
You
I can't
could
remember
just
what I
jump
did.
up there
What did I
and
do?
grab the necklace from around
We
the
did,
neck,
didn't I?
his neck. Yeah.
I tried to
always-
swap it for a flower. I had a spare flower at the time, but they didn't. I don't think the weight was quite the same.
We can always come back. The gas can't possibly stay there continuously.
That's true.
That's what you think.
Then Mrs. I was just about to say, Mrs. like, oh yeah.
Depends, I suppose.
This
Anyone
is
got a
known as
vacuum?
the lingering fog of death.
Yeah.
Definitely not
Okay.
down there.
Well, we got the necklace.
Let's
We're not
head
too
back. Give it to
Let's head
Gertrude.
back. I don't mind. I think I can manage. I'm a bit sore. I'm a bit wounded. My
Sounded
ego's
like
a
we
bit
have,
bruised.
sound like
Got
we have a
your
few more
boots.
bubbles than just.
But I
just
got
the
these
necklace.
beautiful boots. Exactly.
So
I
it
can
doesn't matter how ill you are if you've got your boots
No.
on.
The boots on. Yeah, absolutely, Joe.
You
Nice.
might not have them tomorrow.
Play that song. These boots were made for walking.
I'm going to be sleeping in these boots.
If I was you, I'd keep an eye on them boots.
Oh yeah, yeah. These are
I'm
going to
leaving.
glued to my feet. They're beautiful. Okay. Let's go, people.
Off we go to the pub.
Let's go. I need a drink. A strong drink. To be fair, that was quite fun, guys. I enjoyed that. That was some good decisions were made.
Here we go.
We made some.
Well, then we're all
You
I'm
keep
going
saying
off
Also made
you
some
got
crap
something
decisions.
for me.
Stay down the tomb was a very bad decision, wasn't it?
But confess,
It wasn't a great decision.
you've
I
been
agree.
a
wasn't-
mess
Take it home,
where
Bill
you
Ross.
shouldn't have been a messin'. And now someone else is
So you're all
getting
leaving
all
now?
your best.
Yep, we're leaving.
Yep.
Yeah, I think so. We've checked all the bodies. Hang on, I'm just going to quickly grab a rose. And then I'm going to leave. There might be a pretty lady in town.
Okay, so you go and grab a rose, and you all head off towards the village. So as you head west, well, sort of south out the graveyard, and then down west back.
Why is everything just cut off? No, we're good.
Silence. is
And
descending.
then Rithia said something cut off, and then he just like
Cut off, yeah.
stopped talking. And
I
then he
cut
stopped talking.
Yeah.
Oh, you cut off, right? So yeah, as you approach, you come up to Gertrude's shop on your right-hand side. As you approach the entrance to the shop, you notice standing outside are two humans, two men, standing either side of his door, both dressed in what looks like very makeshift town sort of guard, militia garb. They've got two wooden shields that look like they're made from old doors, wood paint kind of chipped off them, and both holding a long twig that's been made into like a makeshift spear, and at the top you notice there's like a knife been attached to them and wound around the branch itself, and they're just blocking the way into Gertrude's shop at the moment.
Access denied. I woke up. Hey, what's going on here? Why are you guys blocking our way? We've got business to handle.
Well, they don't look very dangerous, do they, with the makeshift? It's not as though they're professionals. I think we should
Is
just,
this the two? They're just two guys just standing in front of his door, are they?
Yeah.
we just say
I'm just going to
hello.
walk straight up to them and say, "Out of the way, good fellows."
Yeah, and as you do so, they push the two spears together to block your path. Is it? No, please
Why?
leave here. Gertrude is under arrest at the moment, and we appreciate you leaving him alone.
Why is he
No
under
one
arrest?
enters, no one leaves.
Why is he under arrest?
Under whose authority?
Under the authority of the head of the village.
Try and intimidate these guys and tell them, listen, we saved your sorry village and things like that. You will respect us and allow our passage through.
Roll for intimidation.
Natural one.
Natural one. Nice. They kind of just look at you standing there and go, let us pass. And they both look at each other, then look towards you, then look to you, just like break out laughing. No, please go to the main city, main village. You are not
Fine.
entering today.
I storm off, tripping over my cloak.
Is Gertrude inside?
I'm going to try and jump over them and run into the building.
No, don't do that. Can't you sneak round the back and see if you can get him out through the window?
I could try that.
I think
I'm not saying
we'll
this in earshot of the
stand
guard.
here and chat.
Looking like I'm about to jump. Okay, right, you guys
just grab you before you even move and say, you do realise we are standing here while you're deciding to have this conversation of sneaking behind the shop.
Would we
Please,
say that?
would you just leave
Would we
the
do
premises?
that?
Is Gertrude inside?
The man is in safekeeping, shall we say.
Can I sleight of hand check to check their pockets whilst they're distracted to see if I can find a key, if they've got a key or anything for the door?
Go for it.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they're very distracted from you, Go Roast, right now.
Yeah. But they're quite focused on you, I would say.
So
What is the dice
as one of them
today?
holding you on the shoulder before you tried to sneak around behind, the other one just notices your hand go towards the pocket and darts out, grabs you around the wrist really tight and says, "One more attempt and you will be under arrest also. Now leave, or all of you are under arrest."
I think we should go talk to that party. He was,
Okay.
was really
I
saved
think we
all the
should
town for
pretend.
Okay.
We're
They've
off.
got
We're off.
little knives and sticks. Maybe we should just get a.
I respectfully back off.
intimidate them.
Just one question. Who is the man you said who's in charge who we can go speak to? What's his name?
Yeah.
He,
You're older one.
the other one, the other ones, they sort of trip up what they're trying to say.
It's Carl, isn't it?
Huh?
Isn't it Carl? Carl
No,
Schnibblesticks?
Frederick Longbottom.
Frederick Longbottom,
Thank you very much.
This here village.
the head of the village. Let's go deal
Wait.
with this
Where can we find him?
fool. When I'm coming back, I'm dealing with you two fools.
Frederick is within with Gertrude at the moment. You are unable. He's not taking visitors.
My skills.
We are preparing for the trial.
Right.
What's the crime?
The crime will be announced in the village square.
No, you can't just arrest him without telling us what the crime is.
The crime will be announced in the village square when we get there. You must wait for now.
Okay, I walk off and take some of the guys away from the garden guys and just say, let's just maybe have a look, see when he comes up where they take him. Note, I said this away from the guards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm heading to the inn or bar or whatever it is.
This would be a perfect time, guys, for an invisibility cloak.
If only Gertrude sold you
If
one.
only
that
Gertrude had
worked.
sold me the proper one. Ah, what goes around comes around, motherfucker.
But is Gertrude in there with what's his name, Frederick?
Yes.
If we go to the tavern, will I be able to, from like the tavern door or a window from the tavern, be able to see towards Gertrude's shop?
Not really. So like Gertrude's shop is on the outskirts, and then there's like the narrow road that goes into town. And his shop is surrounded by. Actually, let me change. Map would be a nice idea, wouldn't it?
Yeah, if you have one, that would be good. I'm just.
Are we still at the shop?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
There's
round the
only
corner.
two guys with little sticks and knives.
I'm gonna throw sticks. Do you want to throw stones at these guards? I'm tempted.
How can I not find the map? Give me 1 second. It should be here, but
I
it's...
suppose we don't even know what Gertrude's done. I mean, we could just wait and find out.
There you
I got that song stuck in my head now.
go. You're welcome. So you should be able to see the new map. So you guys are. Let me just put you all down. You're
Okay. Okay.
I'm not beating up on them.
So Gertrude's shop isn't actually listed on here because this is the map I did when he wasn't on there.
We'll just imagine it.
It's just off.
Use
to
your
the side.
Isn't
imagination.
it
just off to the
invisible
side.
also? So it's
It
really
was.
not
We'll
there.
say it's still invisible. So you're all down there. So it's just there on the outskirts of town.
Alright.
I did set this up nicely in Tabletop Simulator, by the way. Looks really good.
Well, we have two guys that
We're
just
not-
come to the village with sticks with knives in front of them. I draw both my short swords and tell them to just move out of the way.
Wow. You're
Well,
gonna be
we're
arrested.
going to have our first person to be arrested.
Well, we'll have to see.
I think that would be
Um,
an intimidation as well.
Yeah,
Let's
you
not
can
anger
try
the
an
gods.
intimidation check as well.
Where is that thingy?
Can I swiftly start to walk away from this person?
Yeah, definitely.
So as you draw both your swords, the two guards just once again put across their spears and shake their head and say, "One more step, and you will be joining Gertrude on the gallows."
Gallows.
Ooh, now we're talking gallows. Judge,
think it-
jury, and executioner. Okay.
I swiftly move away.
Hmm.
I suggest we go maybe talk to
Okay,
the like
I'll-
Lithia
I'll
said
move
to the
away, but-
bartender.
We killed hundreds. These are just two.
I've already left.
Oh, damn. Okay, our medic's not here. I'm getting out of here.
We need information. We need information, so we either go watch what's happening in the town center, or we go speak to the barkeep to find information, or we talk to some of the villagers to get information.
Well,
I'm following you then.
Well,
I'm
let's go to the pub
thirsty.
then.
Let's
Okay,
go
so-
to the pub.
As you
Default.
leave the, do you think it's an illusion? Do you think what's an illusion?
The guards.
Roll if you want.
Roleplay
Guards
that
and illusion.
fucker.
Mm.
That's
You really
true.
want to. You really want these guys to fight you, don't you? That's what it is.
Well, Gertrude. Well,
He's very
Gertrude.
sneaky.
He's an illusionist, and he's used them time and time again against us. Depends on how if you call what he pulled on Velros against us or not. So
Do a wisdom saving, not saving throws. It's a wisdom check.
I like your thinking, dwarf.
You walk up to them and you kind of just prod them with your finger, and as you do so, that you just feel flesh underneath you, and the guard just looks down at you and just gives you a backhanded slap and knocks you backwards.
Pretty real.
They're
Hey,
definitely real.
no one-
They're definitely alive.
Hey, nobody touches the dwarf but me. Back up.
Well, tell your damn dwarf to
Unbelievable.
keep his fingers off my belly.
It's hard. He's a bit queer. I
So-
can't
sorry,
help
I just couldn't resist. They just look so cuddly. Been eating, been drinking an extra ale or two halfway.
Maybe you want to cuddle a jowl sow.
Jeez. Grim, what are you
Just
doing?
get out. Let us do our job.
No, let's go get a freaking drink.
That's not an
Unless-
illusion, my friend. Not an illusion. Let's get a drink.
On the way to the inn, do I see a gallows or anything like that in town?
Well, if you're all leaving, I'll explain what happens next.
Yeah.
As you continue on from Gertrude's and head towards the tavern, you walk north up the road and you notice outside the green square in front of the tavern, a large crowd is gathering on the open green. And it's full of local villagers, farm people, and in front of them there's like baskets of food. Before them is a makeshift stage made of wooden stands and steps, and on top of that there's a wooden stock, empty currently, on top. Around on next to the stage, on where the stock is, you notice these two ghoul bodies have been killed with flies buzzing around them. It looks like they've recently been killed. The noise coming from the crowd is loud, angry grumbling and shouts and things like that. As you come closer, you hear like a rooster's morning call coming through there as the sun's rising. It just cuts through the angry noise of the crowd.
Do I spot the do I see the girl that was married to the guy that I thought was quite cute? Do I see her? Because I've got a rose. I was going to give her the rose just when he's not paying attention.
Yeah, she's in the crowd.
Oh yeah. All right, I'm going to sneak over there and I'm just going to kind of hand her a rose real quick.
Why, thank you, sir.
You're welcome, sweetie. What's going on here?
Haven't you heard? These two ghouls came running into the village, caused more havoc as it always has been happening a lot lately. We managed to kill them. The couple of makeshift guards got some weapons and what we get crude. We haven't much defense around here, and we killed them. Unfortunately, a few people died in the attack.
So why is Gertrude? What's Gertrude got to do with all this?
Because we've had nothing but trouble since he's arrived at the village. He's to blame. Okay. And you just hear like a rumble in all the villagers all going, yeah, kill him. It's his fault. We've had nothing but trouble since that gnome moved in.
Yeah, kill him. That's right.
It's all like farmers with their pitchforks waving them in the air, going, bring him out, bring him out.
Yeah, he's a terrible. He sold me a terrible cloak that wasn't really invisible. Kill him.
Rebel.
So as you're there mingling with the villagers, you hear a rumble of a cart coming down the way, coming towards from the direction that Gertrude's house was in. And then in front of it is the two guards that you saw standing in front of Gertrude's shop. Behind the cart are another two guards, all wearing similar rough attire. Where obviously this is, like I said before, a very small hamlet. They haven't got much in the way of defense and guards. So when times are needed, a few of the locals that are trained more in fighting and things, and like smithy and things like that, get the uniform on and act as the official guards for the town. Inside the cart, you notice Gertrude kneeling in the back with his hands bound together. And behind the first two guards is an ornately dressed gentleman with a bald head, white hair sort of crowning his head. He's wearing dark blue robes with gold embroidered trees on the sleeves and the back of his on his robes. He's wearing a gold chain around his neck with a tree golden pendant representative of the village. And he's sort of walking along with the cart as it comes past up through around where the villagers are. The two guards lead Gertrude off of the cart and walk him up to the stocks, and then they put him into the stocks and lock it down.
Quick, let's go ransack Gertrude's shop.
I like your thinking. The only problem is he's got two guards. You've got two guards in front of it, unfortunately.
No, they just came back. They
escorted
him. Yes.
Oh.
I think we should offer to take the mayor for a drink and see if we can
Okay, so I'll tell you what, I will
persuade him
double
not
back.
to.
I can double back, and if you want me to. And...
Wow,
I don't know about you.
joking.
You pinch everything.
Well,
like
I will go with Elros.
I've got these. I'm just saying I could double back. I could have a look at some good stuff. If there's anything decent, like a proper invisibility cloak, everything will be good. But otherwise, I'm happy to double back and see.
I bet you are. I think we either all go. There's no way I'm letting you go on your own.
Okay.
You'll never know what you've got.
Fine. I understand. Okay, let's go to the then.
As you go to turn, the mayor steps up to the top of the platform and starts addressing everybody. Oh, Silence, please, silence. We're here today to judge Gertrude. He
Kill him!
has been he has been sentenced by the town and the village for bringing disorder, and some of our citizens have been murdered far too often with these. First, we have the kobold attacks where we were raided. All the villagers were rounded up and we lost some good men that day. Then we have just now these ghouls come crawling in, killing a few in our sleep before we managed to put them down. There have been numerous occasions, a list of problems, and we blame it on this here gnome. We will be giving him a trial, and it will be decided by popular village vote whether we either sentence him to death, banishment, or whether he walks free. We will have the day, and by evening we will have a decision. That is all. And he walks off. Gets onto the cart, and the cart sort of walks, rides off towards where the houses are in the south end of the village, and he kind of disappears into the distance. As he rides away, the villagers start getting all their rotten fruit and start throwing it at Gertrude, going, "It's your fault! It's your fault!"
Can I pick up a rotten thing and throw it at him as well?
You can.
Sweet. What can I
Roll.
Tomato.
I suppose we get you to roll. Athletics, is it? Something like that? What's it for throwing?
Well, I've got sleight. I can be sleight of hand, I guess, or is it?
Just do a straight dexterity check, I think.
Straight dexterity. Okay.
19.
No,
you put your hand in like
Tomato kills him.
the food barrel, and you find like the squishiest, oldest tomato. You can kind of it's almost falling apart in your hand, and you pick it up, and you just go, "This is for the cloak," and you reach back, grab the tomato, and you just straight on his face as you see it just hit his head, and it just explodes. He covers his face in tomato goo, and then it just drips down from his face onto the floor.
I'm going to dart and hide behind Grim just to say after I did it.
Oh yeah, hide behind the smallest of us.
Yeah, it's it's easy. I'm not.
Do I find anything at the inn? No.
You've gone to the inn, have you?
I left when they were still at the house. I assume I got there. Unless I got lost.
Yeah, okay.
Anyone seen Arctic?
I'm here.
Jurek?
So okay. Well, Ristis, you're inside the tavern. You see Raddy still there behind the bar, but the rest of it's empty. The rest of the village seems to be out on the green.
Just asking what's actually going on with the Gertrude thing. Or who's pushing to have him killed?
Hey there, lad. Well, the thing is, we've had a lot of trouble here, and everyone's blaming it on that gnome. He's done many a thing. Gertrude's a man, goddammit, you lot, get over it, okay? His mother wanted a daughter and he didn't get one, so she named her son Gertrude, alright? What's his name? What is called? Deal with it. He's had to live with it for years, that's why he's got an issue, alright?
So triggered right now.
Mental note, please take care in naming your future NPCs.
I know, I didn't realise we was going to have the naming police telling me that you can't have a certain name. Jesus, right. Okay.
Gertrude is the original boy named Sue.
I love it.
For those of you who are familiar with Johnny Cash, sorry.
Oh yeah, I'm familiar. Call me Sue.
So I can't remember what I was saying.
How do you do?
Oh, I love that song.
So, since riding this town down, we've had quite a few issues here, lad. And the thing is, the villagers ain't taking it anymore. We've had them kobolds come here and round up. We lost good Jimmy and Bob. They were good lads. Both got killed because of those. Then these ghouls from nowhere. In the middle of the night, we were sitting there and they come in, ransack the two front houses, managed to kill Martha. We don't know what's going on, but everyone's blaming him. I don't think it myself. I think there's something else wrong and something going wrong round here. But they picking him and it's his fault. And you know what a mob's like once they've got something in their head, unless you can change their mind, they're gonna be blaming him till the sun goes down.
Who's hitting it? It can't just be this mayor. There must be others.
The mayor has been head of this village for some time. He has to listen to what the people say. He's had enough complaints come knocking on his door, and that's why he's decided to arrest Gertrude.
Are any of the villagers a little louder than the others?
Well, you got Bess. She's a right gossip. She says she won't tell a soul nothing when you tell her a secret, but by God, she tells everybody before you can even finish telling her the secret. It wouldn't surprise me if she's gone out there and stirred most of them up. She tends to cook for the village now and again. So yeah, she definitely hears most of the gossip. It wouldn't surprise me if it's her fault. Then you've got Bert, her husband. He kind of does what he's told, but he does get around. And between the both of them, it wouldn't surprise me if they're the two you need to turn first.
All right, that's something, I guess. Do you have a? It's been a long night. I have a feeling that I've seen those two ghouls before that were outside. You got a nail I can take off with me?
I'm sure I have, lad. What would you like? Tell you what, we'll get you a stout and sturdy special.
Sounds good.
Yeah, for 2 copper.
Done.
Half price today.
Yeah, you need some business. It's a bit quiet in here.
I don't know that they're throwing rotten fruit. They don't want no fresh hell. Damn them. This ain't good for business. We need to get this solved up as quick as possible.
Yep.
Still, pull in a pint. Here you go. Pulls you a nice, thick golden ale. Almost a sort of amber black as it starts darkening as it enters the glass. And he passes it over to you. Enjoy that.
I will. I walk outside to find my friends and the rest of the town, wherever they are.
They're still, as far as I'm aware, kind of gathering around where the mayor's just addressed. You now notice, so when you walk out, you now notice that Gertrude's in the stocks.
Yep.
There's 2 guards posted either side of him, and the rest of the villagers are kind of throwing fruit and curses and everything else.
I'm just going
Fucking
to
bastard!
yell over to the rest of my party and say, look, I don't know what you're doing out here. There's delicious ale. I'm sure there's some food back there. You're standing around looking at a man tied up. And the rest of them, look at the villagers. They don't even know what they're doing.
Bolt to the tavern for some good old beer.
So I have a very cunning plan on this one.
I don't know where.
Is this still standing outside, or have you come? Has everyone come into the town?
I'm headed.
I heard Valros starting to talk, so I stop and listen.
Yeah, I have a cunning plan, guys. So let's
I need some multiplayer music. I have a cunning plan.
I have a cunning plan. It's going to need just a few moments of everyone's attention, just in a quiet, so I can just run it past you guys and see what you think.
Let's do it at the tavern where we have secrecy.
Yeah, I want one of those. That's been that ale. I want one of those. They look good. I'm thirsty, so I'm going to walk straight in.
Stout and sturdy special.
So as you
That looks good.
come out of the tavern and then go back in the tavern, start all pulling in, you kind of see Raddy behind the bar and goes, that's more like it! And he starts straight away pulling pints and just putting them on the desk. Business now, there we go. This'll get me some coin. There we are. And he just lines up a load of drinks for you all.
How much?
I'll put it on your tab, don't you worry, lad.
Oh.
Lovely.
Sit behind the counter.
It's getting quite a big tab these days. I like it.
I got an out of character question for the DM.
Mm-hmm.
About how many villagers are out there?
Say about between 15 and 20.
We can take them.
3, 15, and 20? What?
No, between 15 and 20. 350.
Okay.
350.
350.
300
Okay,
and
I go up to
15
the,
and 20 villages.
Yeah.
I go up to the bartender. Barkeep. How much would it be for about 25 of them ales?
Oh, the hell, that's 25. I don't know, I'll have to start doing some maths for that much.
Give me a little bit of a discount. I'm gonna buy the villagers around.
Should we call it 50 silver?
That's not coming out of my share of the treasure, by the way, guys.
Done.
Right you are, 50 silver. I'll start pouring, you start drinking. Alright, this is gonna be a fun night.
I'll give you 50 silver. I'll go out the front of the door, gal. Ales on the house.
Mid-throw, they're all kind of like throwing, and then they just sort of stop. Did he say what I think he said? And then I think, fuck it, I'm going, I'm it. And then there's like one of the two of them start running towards the tavern. Free Al, yeah, fuck that, I'm not. And then it'll start, the whole lot of them, apart from a couple of dedicated tomato throwers, there's a couple of kids left that are like not passing up the opportunity to keep throwing some fruit at this gnome. So they sort of hang back, but the rest of the village run through into the tavern.
I hang over to Grim. Grim, so what's your plan here? Share with us your inner working.
Get everyone drunk.
I'm just going one step at a time. I figure distract them, get them away from Gertrude, and then maybe y'all go talk to him or something. I have no charisma. I can't convince anybody anything.
I talked to Raddy just before. He said the Bess and her husband are a little bit more vocal in the disavowing of Gertrude. We might want to try and see what they have to say.
Well, I'm more than happy to go talk to the locked up gnome in stocks.
Nice work.
I don't think that'd be a good idea, or else I think you need to stay here with me, help me hold down
I
the
think
pack.
maybe you should talk to Bess's husband.
Remember, there's still 2 guards.
I am a very charismatic individual when I need to be.
You try Bess's husband?
But anyway, beside the point, that this is my plan. Okay, so I've got you all here. So you have to bring everybody. You have to bring everybody in, but everyone's distracted at least drinking. Okay. So here's the plan. You completely, but it's fine. Here's the plan. Okay, so what I'm thinking is, we maybe get a bit of parchment, we get a bit of information, we make it look official, like we have a warrant for Gertrude from another place. We then maybe take it to the mayor. And maybe take the problem off his hands and pretend that we have to take him. He has performed some sort of crime or something else somewhere else far more serious, rather than that he needs to stand trial for in that place. We take him away from them, and that way they feel like justice is being served. He's going to get, he's going to have something happen to him, and we get to take him and question him on the road and get him out of the situation. That's my plan.
I like the idea, but does anyone here have a forgery kit?
This could be a problem.
Yep.
And I'm not sure the people will let us take him because they want their revenge, don't they?
Well, I was thinking about that. I was happy to maybe, we could hack off a limb or something just to show, like, that we're serious. Maybe take a toe off, maybe a finger.
I
Really
can't
hard
stick it
about
back.
this.
If you hack off a limb, I cannot stick that back.
You can't pick it back. Okay. Maybe we could, I don't know.
Bit of sticky tape.
Why can't we just get everybody drunk?
I
And
like this
then-
idea.
And
Yeah,
then
to make the
go and
document official, we
pinch
would
the
have to have
keys
like
off
a
the
written
guards.
one.
We unlock Gertrude and do a runner.
That
Okay,
sounds like a
okay.
plan, Josepina. Let's start drinking.
No, we can't drink.
That's a good plan. Let's
If
not
we get
drink.
drunk.
We'll be one of them
What-
drunks.
What about, can anyone cast like an illusion where we potentially pretend to kill him so that everyone thinks that he's dead, but then we can then, like a big puff of smoke or something, and then like, I don't know, something
Well, we could have
dramatic
had the fog,
happens.
couldn't we?
So, yeah,
We've used
that
that.
would work. That would have
Illusion is good. Unfortunately, I'm not there yet.
We're not there yet.
All out deadly illusions
F-
today, I'm afraid.
Goddamn level 3.
We could
three.
We could
Level 3.
make the ground shake
Okay,
a little
Luke.
bit.
Can't you send that puppet
Can
on a
make the
string of
ground.
you to do some mischief?
I'm trying to think what I could do. Some skills.
Hey,
I mean,
hey. Wait a minute, guys. Nick, come closer. He was invisible. Why don't we send Nick to at least pick the lock by the stocks while he's invisible?
Most that is really loud still.
I haven't got the alerts on. Is it coming through on yours? Hang on.
Yeah.
The humans are dead.
Is that you? Hey, your alert's coming through. on
I
my-
control it, but it's because I normally control it on my OBS. Okay, it's muted now. But thank you, Moist Noodle, for gifting all those subs. Very much appreciated, sir.
Yeah, so
That's
I've
me.
got a plan for if we want to get at least his lock open.
Pick the locks.
Yeah, the imp can, or Nick can just go and while he's invisible, pick the lock. We'll just have to figure out how to get Gertrude away from there.
How to get him away? I'm sure he'll want to run away.
Yeah, but there's 2 guards still there.
Oh. Need to distract the guards, really, don't we?
I don't think Gertrude's
Why don't
taken
you
back
take
to his shop. Maybe he was taken to the prison or somewhere elsewhere.
No, he's still in the stocks.
Can we take
Who
some
is in
drinks
the
out for
stocks
the
still?
guards? Because they must be missing the party.
What are you guys going to do?
Okay, wait. We've got 2
Right.
options. We can talk to like sorry, Raytheus, what's your character's name?
Bess. What? Talk to Bess. Talk to Bess.
Your name is Ben. Oh, wait to pay attention. What's your name?
What's his name? Yes. I'm Bess.
Your accent.
I'm trying to figure out where the sound
The
is.
humans are dead.
I've muted it. Is it still doing
It's
it?
still doing it, yeah.
Okay, as I said, we have 2 options. We can, as Jirak has previously mentioned, maybe talk to the 2 people and help them persuade the town to let him go, or we can try and stealthily get Gertrude out of the stocks by, as Josepina has described, distracting the guards. Then my little imp can lockpick them and be bot like mad.
Both good
yeah, I
options.
think,
One
I
of-
think
one of-
judging on the
Wait.
crowd, we're gonna
I
have to
think we've
bust
got
the
to
guy loose
press
and go.
those 2 people in a corner and find out why they are pressing for this trial. Or focusing on the little garden gnome.
Well, you
Oh,
know,
sorry,
villagers
shop
are pretty
gnome.
crazy, Roland. Villagers kind of like, they get all crazy up in their head. They start thinking all sorts of crazy things, you know. little
Loki?
plans.
Why not have Nick go invisible and go spy on Bess and her husband and whoever else has thought this idea up?
Okay, we just need to find out what they look like though and who they are.
Hang on, I suggest because apparently Bess and Bert are supposedly, especially Bess, she's quite a gossiper, so she might be willing to divulge information. So maybe before we go to the stocks, question her, see if she has any relevant information, something that might help us, and then go to the stocks.
And assuming that, well, the whole village is drinking, that would dictate that she's probably in the tavern already.
I'm sure the bartender can tell us who Bess and Bert are.
Can I initiate a bar fight?
Oh God.
Another one?
I cast fog.
There's a window.
We're looking for a distraction, right? I'm thinking a bar fight might go down quite well.
We have just bought all
Good
these people
idea.
beer.
I
Let's-
walk up to
Well,
Valros
maybe not-
and
maybe
punch
not
him in
yet.
the face.
Fuck.
Yes, have they repaired the window I jumped through previously?
He's just punched me in the face. Okay,
Do I throw
right?
dexterity on that?
Can
Who
I?
punched
Can I?
you in the face?
He's pushed me. I need to throw something to get out of the way of this punch.
Aren't they quite distracted because everyone's drinking? If we start a bar fight, it might draw more attention to us.
Too late,
You
he's
want
already
Bess?
punched.
He's already punched me, so don't worry.
I
I'm gonna try and
see.
dodge it.
I'm heading for the door.
Who's punched who?
Roland just punched me in the face. He's been meaning. He's been
Velma
wanting to do
said
this.
he
For
wanted
ages.
to start a bar fight, so I started one.
Okay, so you two are just
He
fighting.
started a fight with me. Not meant to.
Okay.
I'm not at
So
all.
did you
Can I
roll
try and?
hit?
As they're rolling, I just check to look and see if the window I previously jumped through is been repaired or is it still open?
It's open now. The shutters are open, and the windows. It's just a normal window. You can. It's shut, closed, but it's you can open
Well,
it.
no, I broke it last time I jumped through, so I hope it's still broken. And if it is, I move
Oh,
closer.
sorry, that one. Yes, that one is still broken.
Okay, sweet. I position myself perfectly across from it.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to run outside and tell the guards that there's a fight in the pub and that we need somebody to sort it out.
Okay.
Yeah, I like where this is going.
Okay,
Apart from the black eye that's about to happen.
Okay, so first of all, Roland, roll to hit.
Gentle,
Valros.
Roland. Not this side. This side's already got damage.
How do I do bare hands?
First, we'll just do roll to hit. So roll d20 with strength modifier.
Can I try and? Do I need to? I don't know.
Okay, roll strength, you mean?
Roland's been waiting to do this.
Oh, I'm
This-
sucky at this.
I know it.
Oh, motherfucker! You call that a hit? You hit like a girl.
they kind of as he goes to hit, he's got this drink in one hand, and he goes to hit you, and you kind of
Justice.
like not. You thought you were ready for it, and then something distracts you behind you. So Valros kind of turns around as Roland just completely misses, spins round, and then punches the bar table instead.
Oh, luckily not a random villager.
They're not random. Okay. Right. Okay. So I'm going to.
Get off as part of the plan.
I'm going to take the beer thing that I've got. I'm going to throw it behind my head and smack one of the villagers on the back of the head with it and knock his glass off.
I move a chair to Roland. I go, here, use this.
So how do I? What do I roll?
Roll
to do
to
that?
hit.
Roll to hit. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's just straight up. Which one's that one again? Do I do just a straight hit? It's not a weapon, is it? Just a D20.
D20. What are you throwing? Something? Did you say?
Yeah, I'm gonna throw the beer thing to knock over something behind my head. Dexterity. Okay. 10. It's in a bubble. Maybe I missed the glass and swat him in the side of the head or something.
as you throw the glass at the person. Hang on.
Is it a tankard? Would it be a metal tankard or a wooden tankard, Miz?
Let's say it's a wooden tankard.
Okay.
So as you throw this wooden tankard at the back of this person's head, it completely misses and hits the person standing behind him instead in the front of the face. What are you doing? And he kind of
Horrified.
coming towards you. You silly sod! What do you think you're up to? And he kind of grabs over the scruff of your neck and goes back to swing a punch at you.
Okay.
What's your armor class?
Is that AC armor class 14?
Yeah. He hits.
Fuck.
Oh, God.
Where's a 4? That's a 4 in it. Okay. It does 2 points of damage.
Oh, all right.
So he goes like, "What the fuck are you up to, you idiot?" And he grabs you and smack punches you around the face, across the jaw. Manages to hit you across the jaw.
Can I grab an object? Can I grab an object
him.
next to me and hit him in the head with it? Can I grab because I got what's it called? There's a thing I can do. Grab an object.
Yeah.
Quickly, sleight of hand, and swat him in the head with the whatever's around. Roll just to hit again, is it? Okay.
Yeah, you don't need the sleight of hand. You can just grab and smack.
Yeah, you've got
Just grab
the ability to grab stuff. So it's fine.
So I don't. What do I roll? Just straight D20.
Roll D20, yeah.
Grim, throw me.
12. Level 3.
Okay, so you just roll for damage. Roll a D4.
Which was the D4 again?
Triangle.
Triangle one.
Triangle, right.
The one that would fuck your foot up if you stood on it.
Oh yeah, that one, that deadly one. One huge one.
So you quickly grab hold of a tanker from the table next to you, swing back round in front of him, just barely glancing the side of his jaw as he kind of pulls back out the way and just causing a little scratch across his face. He bends back and goes to go for a headbutt.
Guys,
The armor class.
deal. Come on in.
You say armor class was again?
No one clearly no one cares.
Can
Oh,
I
Oh,
not
14,
hit
14,
as
14.
well?
Okay, hits. And 3 points of damage. So he just grabs you with both hands and just and headbutts you in the head. Cracking the top of your nose. Blood starts pouring out of your nose a little bit as he manages to do 3 points of damage on that.
Okay, I'm going to swiftly raise my right knee.
The rest of you just like all standing around going, fight!
No. I'm swinging
Fight!
with
Fight!
this
Fight!
god.
Come on.
No,
God, or is it a?
Can I put? Actually, no. Can I just
Yeah.
kind of push him off, Miz, and like force him into the rest of the?
Disengage.
rest of-
Okay.
Yeah, no, just like just like push him loads
Is
into
this a
the.
god?
Into the
Is this a
It's inside
god
the
or
kingdom.
a villager?
Villager.
villager.
Okay, he's getting. I cannot be that crap, so I'm throwing another fist at him.
Oh, you
Me or-
bastards! You're all heartless bastards. Okay, go on then. Roll to hit. Well, are you near the fight?
I have to be because I started to crap. Okay, come on, dice.
Yeah, power. Oh, this is so
Natural
good,
one
yeah.
again.
Back to back one.
So as you
Some damn good
villager away, you completely mistime it and decide to go and hit this villager. But as you do so, Velrus pushes away and you just smack Velrus up the side of the head. Roll to do damage on Velrus.
Oh my
With a
god,
D4.
I'm already slightly wounded as well. This is
D4.
hilarious.
D4, yeah.
This is gonna be 4, you know it.
2. So he does
Only
2 points of
2.
damage as he misses the villager, smacks on the other side of your face. You're kind of sitting there, it's like ringing, blood's kind of like covering the rest of your face.
Give me in the back.
So-
Fireball. Where did I put that fireball?
Right now, I want to cast Thaumaturgy. That makes it sound like there is thunder rumbling above everyone's head, really close.
Okay.
You've still got 2 more options to change in the spell as well. You can change your eye color and
Yeah.
you can do something.
Yeah.
So as this fight's going on and you see these punching blows going back and forth, you bring up a thermatage. I don't know what the spell description is for that, but anyway, you cause this loud eruption sound,
Manifest.
bang, and everyone just kind of looks up as if the inn's about to fall down on the head and starts screaming and panicking and like rushing around the inns. Most of them duck underneath all the tables, and you're just left with Velros and Roland kind of hitting each other while everybody else is under the tables hiding.
Right, settle down.
As you do this, Josepina runs outside and approaches the guards that are standing blocking Gertrude.
Guard.
Yes.
There's a fight broken out in the inn. It's mayhem in there. I
What
think somebody needs to sort it out.
what day is it, love?
Oh, Friday?
Yeah, Fight Friday. Nothing wrong with that.
No,
Happens
really.
every week. Fight Friday.
It's just chaos. Somebody's got to go in and sort it out before they tear the whole inn apart.
Persuasion.
You got fists on your arms, love. You go in there and fight.
Me, I'm not going in there. I might get my dress dirty.
Roll for persuasion then.
That's not so good. Can I cast guidance on myself first?
Yeah.
Ooh, what's that do?
Guidance gives me. Where do I do it now, Tim?
Just 1d4, isn't it?
Ah, okay.
So you roll whatever you need to roll, then you roll. No, roll your thing first, your persuasion. So get your character sheet. Go to persuasion. Roll drag the dice bit over. Or your lovely charisma of -1. And then roll your 1d4.
13. Oh,
Okay, so 13. Oh, no, this happens every week. Fights in that pub is like a drink on a normal day. Just get in there, have your pint, and leave. It's fine.
Okay, can I like try and get this dude off me and like try and throw him out the door or something, or is it depending?
So at the moment, it's currently just you and Roland.
So
You,
you can
pushed
try Roland.
you pushed the bloke out the way, and then when he heard the thunder, he dived under the tables with everybody else.
Oh.
You're just kind of tussling with Roland.
Push me into the gods outside.
I feel, Roland, that our wonderful idea has been scuppered by the moron that was in our party that thought he'd throw a thunderbolt at everyone, so everyone's pussing out underneath tables now.
Mm.
This has all gone very wrong very quickly, and I've got now a very sore head for it.
You are fighting like girls. Come on.
I'll buy you a beer or a shandy.
I'm drinking ale as best I can, relaxing, sitting back in the corner.
He's just still keeps still pouring more pints and putting them on the table, and just thinking this tab is going up and up.
While everyone's distracted, I go into stealth and go back towards the stocks.
Okay. Roll for stealth.
Guys,
I tell you what,
Natural one. So
I'm stealthing!
What?
exit the building. You see some bushes just out the front, and you think, "Oh, this will be a good way to hide." And you kind of go into the bushes, pull your cloak over your head to try and like hide yourself. And you think you've done a really good job. And as you walk out, you don't notice, but you've kind of got your cloak tucked in the back of your pants, and the rest of it around your shoulders, so they can clearly see you as you kind of creep up towards the guards. What do you want to do?
Not make eye contact and just casually walk past them as if I'm doing my daily business. Very calmly.
They kind of just both look at you, and there's like a little chuckle as you walk past.
You know what buggered this? I look at Nick, I go, just do it. He goes invisible, and I send him out to go pick the lock at the stocks.
Okay. You want to roll? So I don't know, Harry. Does he just roll normally the same as anything else?
Yeah, it's just going to be a stealth roll with his whatever bonus for. It's like this dexterity plus his bonus just to see if he picks the lock or not.
It's pick lock skill, yeah.
Yeah, his dexterity is 17, so we'll just plus the 3 with it. Oh, natural 20.
So as you as he goes invisible, runs out the pub, kind of Artex is walking casually past the stocks as the little imp jumps up stocks, he pull himself up, gets to the lock and starts and you hear this like click as the lock opens up.
Whispers over to I've forgotten his name. Lock's open, mate.
Gertrude.
There we go, to Gertrude. So now he knows his lock is open. Let's see if he does something.
I'm just checking. Is there anybody around the stocks?
The two guards standing in front and Josepina standing in front of them.
I'm still there, just twiddling my thumbs, thinking,
So
Gertrude kind of lifts up the stocks because as he hears this, like, you're now free, lifts up the stocks, and as he does so, he just hears as the hinges like hilt, and the two guards just look around and go, hang on there, lad, where you going? And he up there and just pushes the stock back down and just pushes the padlock back down.
Son of a bugger.
How would his stealth roll, put it that way?
So, I'm going to get 2 beers, 2 of those wonderful stout and sturdy specials, and I am going to go out the front door and attempt to give them to the guards.
Okay.
And try and butter them up a little bit and say, come on, lads, come in for a drink. There's nothing going on out here. It's all good.
You want to do anything while you stand in front?
Me, I think I'm just going to wander back into the pub for a minute.
Okay.
And as he keeps
so
them distracted,
Valras walks up to the guards, hands them a pint. They kind of look at him oddly and just take the pint from him. And then they look at each other like, okay, and then they just start drinking the drink.
When they do
That's
that,
it.
can I pick up a rotten thing and throw it again at Gertrude? Just to show a
Yeah.
point. So he's like, he's a scummy little person anyway. Don't worry, guys. Get in there and get yourself a drink. He's not going anywhere. I'll keep an eye on him.
Do persuasion.
Okay.
and Nick picks the lock again as well.
Good grief. Statistical probability of it is so crazy.
But I know I said this in the last episode, but do you have to keep rolling the ones?
Now we know
guards
why Melrose stays in the trees.
The guys just kind of go, why would we go to the tavern when you're bringing us the drinks? I quite like this.
That's a very good idea. I completely agree. And yes,
And they
don't
just,
worry,
like,
you guys stay
Bang
here.
the tank
I'll
up
get you
together
more.
and keep drinking.
I'll go get you 2 more, guys.
I really think we
I'm
should,
gonna walk back. I'm gonna walk back in again and go get 2 more beers for
we
these.
should find this best in her husband.
And there goes the picklock attempt again as well.
Such a good plan. I drown my sorrows at the bar very quickly.
So as he tries to pick the lock once again after doing it, he just it just doesn't. He keeps fumbling at it and doesn't manage to do it this time. Like, I did it last time. Damn it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. I'm just gonna.
So
keep
sorry,
reading the
Briefcase, what was you
beers.
said you're gonna do?
So that
Have a look around for best. Can I see a woman who's talking a lot more than she's drinking?
In the
I'm
tavern.
going to trail after
All of
Rice
them.
my failed attempt at a bar fight.
In a tavern full of people getting free ale, is there a woman talking more than she's drinking?
So you notice in the corner of the room, there's a woman with hair, short, shoulder-length hair, tied like back and part of it, dark brown. She's well-rounded, shall we say, of a lady. She's wearing a chef's apron covered in like flour and muck, not muck, flour and like food. You know, she's doing the pigs while cooking the dinner.
Mud pies.
So like covered in like food substance, where she sort of like wipes her hands down her apron and things, and she's in the corner, and you see all a big group of the villagers kind of listening to her, and as they're talking around, nattering.
I'll walk up and sit down and join the group and see what they're discussing, since we're paying for the beer.
So as you approach, you hear her say, "He done it, I says. I see him. He's always causing trouble around here. I've seen him daily causing trouble. I said it when he first entered the village. There's going to be nothing but trouble from him. And what have we got? We've had nothing but trouble every day.
What
I
kind
know,
of trouble?
it's him. It's his fault. Oh, them kobolds, they came in, they ruined my pantry. I tell you, my pies were freshly baked that morning, and they come through and they ruined my pantry. All over the place, they ate everything. Don't laugh. It's not my fault."
It's beautiful.
That was well done. Yeah.
Beauty of D&D.
That was awesome.
That was well done.
That's what it's all about, man. I was there.
And then them ghouls came in and they ate my pies too. They were there one day and gone in a minute. I know it was him. It's his fault. He's been here right from the start.
Is this
Every
just about
day
the
he comes.
pies? It's just about the pies.
It's just pies. How dare you, sir? Get out of my tavern. Get out of this tavern right now. Walk right round. I dare you. My pies are legendary, I tell you. I work day and night for these pies, don't I, Bert? And you see this other gentleman sitting in the corner, big fat, and he's like got a pint in his hand, and he kind of shakes as she says it, and he turns around. Yes, dear. You do, dear. Yes, dear. Of course you do, dear. Yeah, see? I told you, I make these pies are legendary around here. Everybody has one of my pies, and whenever we throw an event, I'm always the one making the pies for everybody. Very
I'll take one of
important
those
around here. It's
pies.
not just the pies, no. It's the pies are the main thing, but it's not just the pies, I'm telling you. It's everything. It's all his fault.
Bert, do you see the dwarf over behind me? He seems to think that he can drink more ale than you can.
Well, I don't know about that, but he ain't drinking no more ale than I am. I hold my own round here every day.
How about
Silly lad.
you go have a seat next to him and see how fast you can fill up the table with empties.
Roll persuasion.
Oh God.
Cornelius.
Crystal blue persuasion.
Let someone other than the imp be rolling high. That's not too bad. 14.
Darn good. We're not facing any large enemies with these kind of rolls, folks.
Oh, thank God! I'm telling you.
Okay. She's like not one to sort of shy away from a comment. Oh, you're right then. I'll show him. I'll drink him right into this table right here. No problem. But then I'm going to be selling you all my pies after. You can pay for all these damaged pies if he don't win. That's the wager, right?
I can live with that.
And if he wins,
If he wins, you dear him, Bert. If he wins, silly son, he ain't winning no drinking competition here.
All right. If he wins, though, if he wins,
Yep.
you are going to tell me the true story with Gertrude, and if it's not enough, we're going to see what we can do about letting him stick around, or at least out of the stocks.
Kind of stands there and thinks about it. Fair enough. He ain't gonna win anyway, so I don't know why we're even talking about it. Let's go. Let's get them drinks lined up. I'll down one of them. And then I'll have one of me pies to celebrate.
I follow Bert back over to the table next to Grim and say, Grim, you've got a bit of a job here. Your,
Kind of like
healthy
walks follows
constitution.
behind you. You hear this like as she like drags the chair out and just slams herself into the chair. Right, where's these drinks then? Come on, line them up. I don't got no day. Come on.
Grim, you're having a drinking competition with this man here.
Oh, it's me.
Man,
Is it?
you just called me a man. You son of a bitch.
I'm gonna shout to the bar. Okay, we got a drink off over here, guys. We got a drink off.
I thought I challenged Bert.
No,
Let's do this.
Did I challenge Base? Oh, Jesus,
We
okay.
got it.
Okay, just before this gets started, just to remind you,
Let's
miserable,
clear a space.
as a dwarf, I get a +2 against poisoning, and alcohol poisoning's among that. And 2, his main fault as part of his makeup. See if I can find it real quick. Have a weakness for the vices of the city, especially hard drink. So he's a hard drinker. So this is gonna be good. I don't know how you want to affect the rolls or
Haven't you got
whatever.
brewer's kit as well?
I do. I know drinking in and out.
There was something in Exantia's guide about the brewer's kit.
Oh, was
It
there?
allows you to drink more, I think, basically. Understand?
Nice. Well, I
Yeah,
do
but-
have my brewer's kit on me.
Fortifies the liver.
Can I? I'm gonna get. Is there like is there a board, Miz, or a chalkboard? Because I'm gonna start taking bets from everybody and the things on who's gonna win. So I'm writing up.
Oh dear Lord. You're gonna jinx
Just,
me.
just like there's like a shield hanging on the wall.
All right, guys.
Use that as a makeshift board.
Okay. Go. Who's in? What's the bets?
I got 5 gold on Grim.
Yeah. 5 gold on Grim. Got 5 gold on Grim. Anyone take us? Anyone else?
5 gold! You want to take
Yeah,
that
I'll
5
put
gold
some
now?
in.
Don't buy me more beer because he ain't winning this competition. Come on.
Okay. You got the 5 gold on you now? You good for it?
Yeah,
Come on, bring it up. Let's put it up. I'm gonna put it up on the this kind of table stuff
5 gold on the
next to
shield.
me. Okay, everyone else is gonna start. Okay, yeah, come on, let's go.
Come on, Bert, get your coins out. Come on, I'm drinking here. Start getting the villagers can come round and bet on me as well. I be winning this.
All right.
I got 5 gold on the dwarf.
I've put 5 gold on the dwarf as well.
Yeah.
Oh dear lord. I put 5 gold as well on myself.
Oh,
This is gonna go so well. I just know.
You should have put 20 on base and thrown the game. But anyway.
Is that what you're putting? You're putting money on Bess, are you?
No,
I'm putting it on myself.
5 on
I'm
the dwarf.
with
You
the
got
dwarf.
it to be on the dwarf.
Can you reach it, that thin one there?
There's no way a dwarf's going to lose a drinking game.
You don't know nothing, lad. This dwarf's losing here today, I tell you now.
It's all up to the almighty dice.
All right, so we've got 50 gold on the table. Anyone else?
Me, I'll put 10 gold. 10 gold.
Where are you getting this gold from exactly?
Bless me, Durak, for I have sinned.
I'm a very wealthy elf.
It's time to wash away my sins with all this ale.
Nobody have a fortification spell or anything?
That might be considered cheating.
Oh, you cheat here now. Oh, no, you be
See?
cheating.
I have a protection from poison. I don't know if that's gonna help.
I've got a +2 against poison already.
He's a
just
dwarf,
for
let him
this.
drink.
Exactly.
There don't seem to be a drinking game in it.
If it was a vegetarian bar, yes, sure. But no, let's
The
drink.
dwarf versus who, though?
Of course, Belrose, warming up this dice like he has been tonight. It may be kind of tough for me to pull us out of that slump.
Yes, Valros, what's
I
going
believe in you. I'm just going to massage your shoulders a little bit.
You can do
You don't have to reach up to do that,
Oh, if I do it down, it's going to be a bit weird on stream. I got to make a point of it, but yeah.
That's
you know what I
true.
mean.
That's true. It might look a little funny otherwise. I didn't think about that.
So people know what I'm doing, but yeah, whisper in your ear.
Must say this for the game.
Okay.
The dice throws, even though it's electronic, it's just like in real life. I mean, there are times where you just have those 1 1 1 1 1 1.
It's really weird how that works.
Got this.
Okay.
You have this.
You ready?
Okay, what do you,
ready?
what do you want
I've
me to
got
do,
all
sir?
the gold
So-
is ready.
I don't really, I'm just going to make it up because I don't know a dice drinking game. So we're going to do, there's not a drinking game in there. So we're going to do, we roll 3d each. And then the one with the highest score isn't affected that round by the beer. And then the other one rolls a d4 and takes that damage from the effect of the pint. Does that sound okay?
Okay, on the first part, I didn't
So
hear.
3d6.
Okay.
3d6, add them up, and whoever's got the highest score wins that round, doesn't take damage from the drink.
Does he get a +2 because he's that drinking thing for each one of his dice?
Yeah, you can have +2 on your 3d6.
Oh, thank you.
That sound fair?
Good enough for me. I don't have any idea. I was just letting you know all the modifiers I can think of.
We got us a drink on!
Is he?
Bring them drinks in! We're going to start with a, here, ready, boy. Bring us one of them, what are they called? We start with the trusty swords, Al. Eh? We're going to point it out. He goes, yep, all right, fair enough. Coming over. Trusty swords. He pulls 2 points of trusty swords, brings them down, puts them on the table. Drink up. Okay. I've got 11. Fair enough. Okay, so I'll take 1d4.
Can I
Seven-
slap Grim on the back?
17 for the audience.
Can I slap him on the back?
Grum, that's
As
a
I
way
slap
to
him on the
drop a
back,
pint.
Cast Cure Wounds because he was looking a bit rough at the start.
Don't you be cheating there, lad! I see that. Hang on. Well, we'll let you off. Hang on.
Do you see me?
About cheating. We'll find out.
Yeah, we didn't really think of this. We came in after literally having.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, it's fine. Let's do a physical combat thing.
I didn't
already
think
have
it
hell.
would go this way, but yeah.
Great night. Bar fight and a drinking competition so far.
Roll d20. Yes.
Who, me?
Brithius. I
Who
got
is
15
this
as well.
Ruffius you talk about?
Roll it again. Okay, so she sees you trying to do this. No, don't you be cheating. This is you know I'm gonna win this. We have none of that now. And so you fail to cast a healing wounds on him.
Can I sleight of hand put medicine? Can I take someone's healing draft into one of Graham's beer?
One attempt at a time. It's just been
No.
caught
I'm
up.
just wondering if I could do that at some point later on in the game. I'm just wondering if that would be possible.
So let me just.
Come on, guys, have a
That
little
was
faith.
Out of character. No.
They have no faith in you
Just out
whatsoever.
of character.
It's not
17 against 11.
I'm holding.
Better grab roll, guys. One more point.
It's not about.
I'm holding
faith.
50 gold. It's about winning. And Camberos is holding 50
We
gold.
just came from combat, and you're not full health.
Yeah.
Next 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got 13.
You
I
get
tied
plus
you.
2. You got 50. You get plus 2, don't you?
You got
Oh, that's right. I get
Roll
15.
damage
You win.
each and divide.
Yeah, go to it,
That's
man.
15.
Okay, 2 points of damage.
Man, this is like Indiana
Baby,
Jones.
bring us some of that black 4 now, please. Come on, drink it up quickly. I can drink this. She coughs the one that she just did. Randy comes along with another 2 pints, plonks them on the table. Roll another 3d6. Oh, for fuck's sake. 9. 9!
15.
Those are some good rolls, good.
Fucking hell.
I'm a dwarf.
Damage.
Yeah.
So it's like. Oh, no,
This is going to be a character when I get through, right?
Slipping through her down the side of her chin and everything because she drinks it and you drink together. You shoot that Gus Wolf elf now, please. Come on, bring it over. Don't keep this dwarf he's cheating waiting around here. Come on, more points, more pints. And the barman Randy comes on.
I think she's feeling the effect. She's not speaking common anymore.
Plugs it onto the table. Common enough for you, sir. Common enough for you. 3d6. Oh, for Christ's sake. 12.
She said.
Plus.
By one. By one.
Roll the d4 then. That's right, you get that down, you lad. Go on, keep drinking. Finishes that pint off. Before you managing to finish doing that. Ready, we'll have another couple here. Wolf ale, please. Bring them up, bring them up. He pours another one. This time it's thick. Dark red almost colour. As it fills the glass, comes over and he slops them on the table. Another 3d6.
Can you highlight Grim in the combat tracker, just so it's easy for people to see as his health drops?
Where's my combat tracker?
I'm down 12 hit points out of 29 right now, just to give you an idea.
Well, at this point, I think I better.
Just his moderate, but we can see if it goes to raid and stuff.
Yeah, if he starts to go wrong.
I need new dice.
Is this a drink to the death?
I got 11.
Yeah, drink and pass out.
14.
I don't think I should have given you that advantage.
It just makes sense, though.
2 points of damage. Okay. So down them pints. Another 2 are already arriving at the table.
To your health, good lady.
Do you ain't? Oh, my health's fine. You're sure she'll be worried about? She hiccups a little bit. Downs the next pint.
Only got 11 that time, so.
So did I. Did you get? Is that 11 with the bonus?
With the bonus.
Yes, with the bonus.
Okay.
Both take damage.
Yeah, both take damage on that one.
Yeah, that sounds fair.
Fucking 4.
3.
This woman is not lasting as long as I hoped. Okay. The next 2 come along. Go!
Oh, 12.
12.
1s and a 5.
I didn't realise when this started I would be forcing Grim to knock out a woman with ale.
3.
Okay.
When you see me start thinking she's looking pretty, that's when you can help me out, guys. Okay.
Okay.
I've been drinking with
I like my women a lot.
This is normal pickup strategy.
Miz, can I go outside and tell the guards what's going on and see if I can encourage them to come in to, with some more drinks and say, hey guys, do you want to get in on this? I'm interested.
Well, they're gods. They might like to have some action on your book.
The gambling, that's
You
right.
get them better odds.
Okay, yeah, go on then. Yeah, you can do that. So while this drinking competition's going on, you go outside.
And didn't you say 3 times?
What?
Yeah, but he meant 3 cases.
Okay, I was wondering because it was like
Cakes.
What?
I don't know. I got you now. Never mind. I got you.
Originally, it was only 3 rounds of drinks, but it's now 3 cakes of drinks.
No, I didn't say 3 rounds. I said until one passes out.
Oh, okay.
That's why we're taking constitution hits.
Well, in that case, let me refill my drink.
More. My heart is racing, and we're just sitting here with a drinking game. It's excellent.
So yeah.
The guys... How can I be beating everything? No, nothing. I've got this down. I've had many a point in this pub and I ain't getting beaten today. Yeah, it's fine. I've got this.
So did I manage to get the guards in then, Miz?
Okay, so you go up to the guards. What do you say?
Hey guys, do you guys fancy a little bit of action? We've got Bess is trying to outdrink. Bess is trying to outdrink one of my company dwarfs.
Bess, you ain't gonna be drinking Bess. No way.
Well,
no way, laddie. You ain't gonna be out drinking Bess.
Well, do you? I mean, we've got 50 gold at the moment.
50 gold.
This.
Blimey,
You guys want to put a piece of the
take
action?
it in? I'll bet on that. Take it in with you.
Okay, no. What do you guys think?
Am I betting on Bess though?
You betting on Bess?
No dwarf been drinking her under the table.
Okay, how much do you guys want to bet on Bess?
5 gold each.
5 gold. Ooh, each. Okay, that bet 60. Okay, cool. You guys better. I'm going to be inside, so if you trust me with 10 gold, or do you guys want to come and make sure that your gold's nice and safe?
Do a persuasion check.
Oh God, my dice is
gosh,
shit today. Yeah, please, baby, sweet baby, jeez, please. 13.
17. Tell you what, he can go in with you, and I stay here on guard. And that way, we've got 2 people spread. I can see what you've bought with the gold, and I'm watching this here now before he escapes.
Fair enough.
So they split off. One of them follows you back into the tavern, puts his 5 gold on the table, or 10 gold, sorry, from both of them on the table. Come on, Bess, you can do it. I know it. Yeah, go on, but do it. Where's Bear? I don't want you to bring me the beer. It's fine. We ain't got none of that nighttime breeze. Yeah, come on, Ronnie. Nighttime breeze, please. Come on. Bring it here. Well, all right, that's all right. I'm coming. Jeez, I've had the pints don't pull themselves, you know. Get 2 more pints of this nighttime breeze, and you notice it's this one's a much darker drink, and it's thick. It's almost like a medicine sort of thickness. It slops around the tankard, and as it does so, it kind of leaves a residue behind as it sloops slowly back into the tankard. I don't know if to roll some digital dice and see if I do better.
No. Don't change horses in midstream now.
Oh my God. God, look how many ones tonight. It's crazy.
Barely.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
come
got
on.
11.
11.
2 points of damage.
He has dropped to heavy though. Grim.
She's looking a bit less.
Bess has dropped to heavy.
No, you have.
You have.
Me?
Heavy.
Yeah.
In the combat tracker.
I'm still looking. Well, yeah, I guess so.
Give us a thumbs up, thumbs down, wavy hand. Give us an idea how you feel.
I think it's time to move on to the Nick Moss Ale. This is a good one. You'll enjoy this one. Great. Bring it on. Bring it on. This is
Won't be long now.
the Cave Dwellers.
Table dancing, here we come.
Not
Come
certain
on.
I want to see that.
12.
You got me that
Yes!
time.
Lost.
It is stuck on 3 tonight for me.
3! I told you that Marcel was a good one. You're enjoying this one, lads. Come on, roll up. That money's as good as mine. I know it. I can sense it.
I'm getting a bit. I'm getting a
Traveler's
bit.
bliss, please.
This
Bliss,
is more
traveler's
intense.
bliss.
This is more intense than the graveyard fight.
I'm getting nervous here. I'm thinking.
Oh, you've been a traveler's bliss to get down you. Come on. 13.
Hello?
3!
Bloody hell.
Okay. Nice. Hey, that one slips down just nice. Right? Do you want time for it? Next one.
1 moment, please. I'd like to use my second wind.
What?
What?
He farts as he drinks.
It might come out that way, sure.
When was the first one?
Sneak attack.
Nice.
Yeah, you just healed 10 hit points.
What? I don't think that was allowed in the rules.
Why not?
Sounds.
It is a
Liberty.
battle.
We're not fighting, we're drinking.
It's a battle.
Sometimes it's the same thing.
I don't remember that rule.
He's got poison. He's an expert in drink.
Okay, done.
Nice.
Tough.
If you don't want me to use that, that's fine. But that just seemed to make sense to me.
It's brilliant.
Go on then, keep
I
going.
mean,
Next roll.
I'm
Roll.
nothing.
I've got
gold is a sure thing.
Ooh.
15.
4 points of damage. At this point, she's like rocking back and forth. Oh, you look kind of funny. Oh, you still don't want me? Maybe you don't want to do it. Yeah, we good. Come on. You know, we have a goblin. Nothing. One of those.
To your health, madam.
to your toes or something like that. I think something. 9.
17.
Going down. Going down.
Woman down. Woman down.
What the fuck is that? Oh, it's on the bottom of that one. 4 points of damage. So as she does that, she kind of gets halfway through the tank and then just goes. And the leg
Or
she bangs onto the back of the floor, falls down unconscious, legs in the air.
I run up and pick the dwarf up and put him on my shoulders. Winner, champion, man.
And the village and everything, oh, bloody hell, no one's ever led best down the table like that. Oh, bloody hell, well done, lad, well done. And they'll come around and they're sort of patting you on the...
Who's next?
I'm gonna collect the money. I'm gonna collect the money. I'm gonna collect the money in off the shield and just loving it right now. This is so good.
You better dish that gold back out evenly.
Yeah, don't worry. I think winnings. I think it's total of 30 gold. I think was the total winnings on this one.
Well, we could use the gold to bribe the guards.
Good
Well,
day.
now
Good
that
day.
Bess is unconscious,
She can say to us.
Bert kind of comes along and is like slapping her on the face. Come on, love, wake up, love, come on. She's just sort of. What you done to her? No one's done this before.
can I walk over and pour a healing potion in her mouth? And maybe she takes it.
Don't you think she's had enough to drink, Breeze?
She kind of goes, oh, you know, win? Did I win? Oh, that was a lovely evening. Where's my money? Where's my winnings?
You passed out. I'm sorry.
I what?
Yeah.
Don't give me
dwarf-
that. I never lose a drinking.
Try your husband.
Oh, gee, well, feel a bit rough. I do. Maybe I didn't kind of win that one then. Fine.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you let him win. Yeah.
Yeah, of course I did. Yeah, it was all part of the plan. I let you win your visitors to the town and all that. I can't have me beating you now, can I?
No. Now, how about that deal we had? Concerning
What was
Gertrude?
it? You buy my pies, wasn't it?
If you won, I would buy your pies. Yeah. And if
Oh, well, that would be about 50 gold in for my pies, please.
and if the dwarf won, you were going to help us release Gertrude.
Oh, yeah. I kind of vaguely remember. No, I didn't get too drunk to remember that one.
And give us the
Do you
proper
need
story
another-
why you're so.
I can put a proper another healing potion and sober you up a bit, or we could just carry on with this.
Fine. Okay, I'll do what you say. I didn't like that gnome, but I tell you what, I probably can't get him off death's door. But I'll get him banished. He's caused too much trouble. We don't want him here.
You can start with the proper story, and then we can work on where he ends up.
Well, you know, we as a village got together and managed to throw over that Lord Terramond. He's caused nothing but trouble since he arrived and all. Well, he did build the village, I suppose, but that's not the point. He come here and then he was lording it all over us, and he's like, you go and do this, and you can't go there, and you can do this. It's not fair. What fair, I tell you? I was trying to make my pies. I made lovely pies for Lord Terramond, and then he said they were rubbish. Send them away. I had no business there. And then we overthrew him, and he went out, and that was the end of that. And then this gnome turns up, and then everything goes wrong, doesn't it? That's how it is.
Well, how would you feel if you found out that Terramond wasn't actually dead, and
What?
he wasn't actually dead. Gertrude sent us to take care of him,
No.
and on our way back here, we find you've imprisoned him.
So it was your fault them ghouls come rolling into the building, and it wasn't. You telling me it not was Gertrude's fault? It was yours.
Yep,
Well, God damn it! You should be up in them stocks then,
we should.
bringing them nasty ghoulies to us.
And
They had all my pies, I tell you. They
And
were
if-
there before.
we were up in those stocks, Lord Terramond would be back here, telling you how rubbish your pies are.
Fair point, maybe, but you still cause trouble.
Well, how
We
about
also
Thank you.
we
how
also
about we
took
buy
care
the
of the.
pies, and you release Gertrude, and then we're all happy.
And as a
How does that
bonus,
sound?
Is there any enterprise baloney in that pies?
I'm not a huge
what?
pie eating kind of elf, to be honest. So
Don't you worry, I'll give you a good beret.
If-
You have.
If Lord Terramond thought these pies were rubbish, quite possibly they were.
We don't have to eat them.
He was a stuck-up lord. He thinks he knew everything. He did.
Yeah.
And as
Can't
a
like to see him
bonus,
try and make a pie, bloody tall, large, ass, nincompoop.
Who else
Make
is
a
saying-
pie, my pie, but how dare you?
Who
How
else?
dare you, I tell you.
Who else can we talk to about getting Gertrude out? If you're willing to help us, who else might?
I'll help you a bit. I'll start spreading the rumors. It's fine. It's fine. Perhaps if you go and see Matilda, she's down in one of the houses. She don't get too much involved, but maybe you can go and see her. It'll be fine.
All right. And tell you what, we'll have one pie.
Oh, lovely. I tell you what, I do you a special discount for getting me drunk. And those are lovely round of beer, by the way. Oh, the best. I do you 10 copper for a pie.
All right.
Oh, well done. Brilliant. Thank you very much. I'll start talking to the villagers now. You'll be fine. Off you go.
Galrus, for this one, I think you're going to be up. Just get a rose again.
Well, we know where she is and her name, Matilda. Who wants to go and have a chat with her?
Persuasive.
Normally, I'm pretty persuasive, but today, I'm not so sure.
Are you conscious, buddy?
My charisma is relative to a wet rag.
I have a charisma of. Hang on, let me bring it up.
I can charm someone if we need to.
16 is my. Oh no, hang on. What's this charisma? Hang on, let me have a look. Is it skills?
You lot discuss what you're gonna do.
Or is it? It's not skills. It's main, isn't it? It's strength.
yourselves.
Skills,
Oh, it's
persuasion.
skills.
Well, Artex, why didn't you charm the guard?
Excuse me.
Bless
I
yourself.
couldn't get a chance. I wanted to.
+1. It's not great.
Problem is also if we fail at that spell, then the person we're trying to charm instantly knows what we were trying to do.
But there was only one card there, wasn't there?
Well, at the moment,
Well,
yeah.
Well, the game is finished. He's lost, so I don't think he's going to be hanging around too much. I mean, I could offer to buy him a drink to kind of console him for losing, but I imagine he'll be going outside soon.
I whisper.
And I'm still busy. I'm still busy enjoying all this big bag of gold that I've got right here.
I whispered to Velrus, steal his keys, steal his keys.
Our bag of gold right here,
Our.
should I say?
For all of us.
For all of us.
Shall
Oh
I-
yeah, no, and I'm gonna
Not like
I'm
the
gonna
boots.
not like the boots. No, don't worry. I'll it'll be evenly divvied up. I've got all the numbers here. Don't worry, don't you worry.
Shall I head down and see Matilda, or
I'm going to I'm going to give Bess a gold coin for such an entertaining evening.
Charmer.
So yeah, when the DM gets back, so I'm going to give Bess a gold coin and thank her for her evening of fun and entertainment. Thank you, love.
Oh, welcome, lad. Thank you very much.
Give her a coin, and then I'm going to go to the barkeep, and then find out what the tab is, and then find out where we're at with this tab.
1 million.
$1 million. Where
That
we're
was
at.
just to let you know that was 12 pints.
12 fines.
plus the 25 we bought at the start, plus however many rounds the rest of the
Hey,
matches.
It'll take me a while to work this one out. When you come back later, I'll put it on your tab for the night. Don't you worry about it.
I didn't say that I'd pay. I didn't say that I pay all night long. I said I'd buy a round on the house. There's a big difference there.
The drinks, by the way,
Well,
the tab is
round as well.
ended. There is no more tab. It is finished.
And especially as much as I paid for that.
All right, I'm going to head down and see Matilda if anybody wants to join me.
Follow through, and as I go outside, come here, Nick. Come here, Nick.
I'm going to join you guys as well.
Go in, or some of you go in.
I'm going to head down to Matilda.
Just following Durek.
Are we all going?
Okay.
Come
So,
on.
More
for
activation.
expediency
Yeah,
sake,
yeah.
we say
I'll
that
come.
you'll head down to the village. you've noticed one of the doors that's described to you, and as you enter, you notice an old, heavily wrinkled lady behind a sort of small table. There's some herbs and things on the desk. Hair is white, twiggy, sort of looking, sticking out from a deep velvet red bonnet. She's wearing a sorry, I'm losing my voice now. A deep red velvet sleeveless dress over the top of a white tunic. The clothes are looking almost as old as she does, and as you enter the building, you get hit like an overwhelming smell of like damp and mustiness, as well as mixed in with burnt sort of lavender that's been going on, kind of fused and smoking around in the air. As she walks in, come in, don't stand there outside all day. Get in, close that door. It's getting cold in here, you know.
Do we all fit inside?
Yes, it's just a lovely establishment. You can come in here. I'm Matilda Hogspattle. Welcome to my humble little herbalist shop.
Oh,
Herbalist shop.
Yes,
like a
sorry, shit.
herb or
You are hard of hearing.
Our druid friend here is a little bit of a starter herbalist.
It's pleased to meet you, miss. What is your name?
Joe?
Oh, me.
Yes. Jesus.
Oh, hello.
These days they don't know what's going on, do they?
I was just having a little look around. I didn't see you were talking to me.
Oh, well, see, I was talking to you.
Well, I've had a go at the herbalism. I've got a few.
Oh, very good.
I've
You
got
should
a
know what
little,
you're looking at then.
A little kit
Yes.
started up. Any tips that you could give me?
Well, grab the right plants and batter them down with a mortar and pestle. You make a nice little mix, you see, and then stick them in a pot. Leave a bit of distilled water. Fill that up.
I've got some of that
leave it for a
distilled
little
water.
while. You make yourself a nice potion, you see.
Yes. I never seem to have the time, though. I never seem to get much time
Yes,
to make
well,
these
you'll
potions.
go off adventuring all over the place and not sitting in one spot, you see. That's what happens.
We come to see you, Beady, because we was a bit worried about our friend Gertrude. Do you know him?
Gertrude, what's happened to him then?
He's sitting in the stocks at the moment.
I see, them stocks. Oh, I could tell you a few stories about them stocks, you see. When I was a young lady, oh, them villagers, they get very carried away. Put me in the stocks, they did.
Oh.
Yes, said I was a witch. Could you believe it? Just because I was playing with those herbs and things. Called me a damn witch. It was that Terramon's daughter, you see. She had some of my potions and they said it wasn't good enough. And then, well, she come to my shop, didn't she? And she asked for some newt's eyes and I refused to serve her. What's she going to do with newt's eyes, I ask you? So I said, no, you having none of those newt's eyes from me, young lady. After that, they called me a witch. Had me up in them stocks for days.
That Terramons, they seem to be to blame for
Bastard!
everything.
That bastard he is. Glad he's dead.
Madam, you've been in the stocks. You know how it feels, and it's
Yes.
so terrible to have Gertrude there. You've gone through exactly the same pain. Would there be any way of you helping us getting him out? I'm sure he's not to blame for any of these misdeeds that they're spreading around.
Well, the thing is, I don't really know that name too much, and we have had some problem here quite recently. I don't know if it's his fault or someone else's. Why do you not think it's his fault?
No, well, as you say, you're not sure that it is, and knowing how terrible those stocks are, would you truly want to leave an innocent man in there?
That's true. They are a nasty place. They chaff your wrists, something rotten, I tell you. My wrists were rotten and raw for weeks afterwards.
Maybe if you're willing to stand next to us and say you don't think it's right, people might listen to you.
Do you want to roll persuasion?
I'll give you some guidance.
Okay.
Help you.
We're all in the shop, aren't we?
Yeah.
Oh, and then what's the roll? What do you roll? D4?
Yeah.
You're a D4 as well? Okay.
Yeah.
28.
Thank you.
I tell you what, I've it's rather nasty being them stocks. I'd say, what that's I'll come join you. You have to give me a moment. Now. It takes a little while for these old legs to get going, and I'll. Meet you by the stocks.
Do you have other what potions do you brew?
A bit of the healing potions. Anything that a witch can do, I can do better. Just kidding, I'm no witch. No. Yeah, and a couple of normal healing potions. My greater ones have all been run out after the attack we had the other day, you see. Everybody wanted healing, and I think I've got a little packet I make up for healers as well, if you want one of those.
Maybe we can help you out afterwards and buy a few potions from you.
Sounds like a sweet deal, young man. You look like an honest chap. I'll hold you to that. That's fine.
All right.
Shall we proceed?
I head outside and wait for this old woman to get ready. Those voices.
Are these the only two people that are mentioned in correlation with having to do with Gertrude?
So far, that's all we've got here. But Bess said that Matilda was a bit of a loner.
I'm just going to say to you guys, when you guys are saying who's guilty of these crimes, I think there's only one person that's guilty of these crimes, which is this Lord guy who we just killed. He's kind of the guilty one. Not us. Not Gertrude.
Bess did just say,
he's
was it your fault that the ghouls were here? And we kind of did go and wake up the ghouls.
No, it's called lying. Great skill.
We woke up with the ghouls.
Honesty isn't the best policy in these situations right now.
Well, okay. Should we?
That's my view on this one.
How about we see what you can do with one of your flowers next time round?
Yeah, that sounds a good idea. No, I think you're fine. I'm just saying. I think it's perfectly fine going around telling everybody that we are the guilty parties, and that's fine. But I would rather not be in the vicinity when you do that, so that I don't go in those stocks over there.
I don't think they're going to throw us in the stocks. It was only last week we saved the town.
Let's go get the Lord's head and just make sure they know that the threat is ended.
5 for 15 will run away.
Well,
why are we playing Wolf of Wall Street? Matthew McConaughey thumping his chest.
We're not.
Okay.
It's been dealt with.
So,
when do we tell this mayor? When do we tell this mayor that we've dealt with the problem? It's all been resolved.
Yes, that we've sorted Tenemon
Killed
out.
it.
So
Yeah,
we've saved the village.
So,
We go
heroes, really.
We go collect his head as evidence.
Bess was doing her rumors thing, trying to get people believing Gertrude was not the one responsible. So maybe we should go back and see if she's done.
You could say, if it wasn't for Gertrude, Tenemon would still be prowling the lands.
Yeah.
So Gertrude is the one that we need to thank, because he asked us to go and sort it all out.
Right then.
Yeah. I mean, there's no point. Don't need to tell me this. I think we need to tell the guy who's running the show.
Come on, then.
Okay, so as you leave the shop,
maybe we tell the people. Maybe we could tell the people before we could stand on and tell everyone and say, to the audience or whatever, say, hey guys, this guy is not guilty. If we can't convince the town lord.
Head back to the inn where everyone was having a drink.
Yeah.
Okay, how about me just quickly running back and getting the head as evidence so that they at least know we did actually kill him and we're not talking bullshit.
Or should we be going to tell
as you head out the shop and look up the road, you start noticing that the villagers now quiet, walking out the tavern, gathering around the stocks. The sun is now coming down over the top of the tree hills. The evening's pressing on. The guards are gathered around the stocks, and the mayor is already proceeding to walk up to the top of the stocks to start addressing all the people Matilda comes out the shop, hobbles along with a staff in her hand, kind of like behind you all, and follows you up towards where all the villagers are gathered.
Okay, so I guess we're all going to the stocks. Let's
Who's the
let
best
this thing start.
Yeah. Force of unity.
I've got the best stat, but I'm not the best public speaker.
No, me.
Just
So,
guys, if this has to become a fight, I have Horde Breaker. Let me shoot first into the crowd before you rush in there.
It's
can
not
kill
going to be a
about
fight.
You don't want to kill
Okay,
them.
no, I am just saying you're not allowing me to use the skill to massacre. Okay? Because I might kill you. So just allow me to. With my
Ranger
Horde
on a
Breaker in there, we
rampage.
can hit everything. But only if it comes to it. Only if it comes to that.
Fireball.
Yeah.
Can I touch
Pheasant
Valros
plucking.
on the top of the head as we're walking and cast light?
that's
To
light.
enlighten him.
Melrose, you feeling a little lightheaded this evening?
Just a nice
So there's this ball
white
like
glow. Yeah.
glows over the top of his
Top of his
head, and
head.
just any kind of he ducks and almost like to move away from it as it just follows his head up and down. It's like, what the fuck?
I knew Melrose was charming, but I didn't realize he just glows.
You're going to be the center of the tension when we get up there, Valros, so you better make our point known.
You all are you proceeding to the stocks?
Yeah, we're proceeding. We're
Okay.
moving on.
So as you approach the stocks, you hear the town mayor start speaking. Oh, we are gathered here this evening to the trial of Gertrude, the gnome. Kind of looks around.
Innocent.
Quiet, please. I have official business to discuss.
We want to tell you something.
And you will have your moment for now.
With
Please.
thaumaturgy, I make a voice boom right above Valros' head.
Your voice boom.
No, just a voice.
Does it say anything?
It says quiet.
So you just hear this booming, quiet, coming from Valros. And everyone just kind of looks around and goes, thank you. Anyway, so we are gathered here to discuss the Gertrude's trial. Now, as previously mentioned, he stands here accused of causing this town hardship. Many people, a few of our villagers have died under attacks, several attacks that we have had on this village, and this guilt, we do claim, lies here on Gertrude's shoulders. And therefore, we will be passing a judgment upon him. We have decided that the people speak and decide on his fate. Have anyone anything to say on Gertrude or anyone's behalf?
Yes. The bastard sold me a terrible cloak that was invisible.
Yes, well, it's one of many. And then you got a couple of villagers. Yeah, well, we've heard that, yeah.
However, I must say, Gertrude sent us on a noble quest to save this town. You already know that we have already spoken truthfully and have defended this town previously. He sent us on a noble quest to find the true cause of the problem, and we dealt with it, we killed it, and now we're back here to get payment from Gertrude to return this necklace, to find out what was going on, and yeah, to get a drink. We got the drink, now let's sort out this problem.
Very well.
What do you
As you say this, a couple of the villagers look at you and go, he did, you know, they killed them kobolds good. Finished them right off. Yeah, we saw it with our eyes. We did. We saw it with both our eyes. It's clear as day. I mean, it was night time, but it was as clear as day. He cleared them all off. I saw it. They did. I know. They weren't his fault. They came here, these strangers, and they cleared them all out. It's true. It's true.
It was a great fight. I fought amazing. I took out the boss myself single-handedly whilst the other guys were there. It was a difficult fight.
I think he was up the tree most of the time.
Oh, wait, okay. So, very well.
what else?
We'll take that into account, as we say. The villagers, it's up to them. Has anyone else anything to say?
Judge, the herbalist next to us. How's your moment?
Yes, it's me. It would be to speak. Is it okay? Yes. If you remember, Frederick, once when I was a young lady, yes, I know you all of you. And she points at them all, and the old lady sort of guilty point that makes everybody kind of squirm. Yes, you know who you were. You put me up in them stocks and called me a witch. And then what did I do after I was accused of being a witch? Yes, many of you have knocked on my door for them healing potions that I'm able to make. I've been keeping this village running for many years. And I say you cannot do this to Gertrude. He is an innocent. No, he may be snarly, he may be tricksy, but it is not his fault that these things come round the buildings and attack us all. It is not his fault that Lord Hermond was an evil man. If he has indeed helped this village, then they should not hold him accountable for this. In fact, we should be awarding his service.
Hear, hear.
I believe Bess may have had a change of heart regarding her feelings towards Gertrude.
I don't know what you mean, man. Yes, I remember now. I remember. Don't you worry. I remember. Yes, I did once think that Gertrude nicked my pies. I saw him. I didn't. No, I didn't. I thought I saw him. I thought he did. It turns out Bert's been nicking my pies from under my eyes, and he's gonna pay. I tell you, Bert, you're gonna pay. Don't you look at me like that, lad. I will run you around this town myself, you rascal. Anyway, where was I? Yes, that Bert did it, and it weren't Gertrude after all. And I says for all the village, no, not really all the village, because the village, but you know what I mean. I says it, and the village listens. He's an innocent man, as far as my pies are concerned, at least, and that's all I say on the matter. Is that all right? Does that clip up my bargain?
You could do a bit better, but we'll leave it there.
Well, I think that concludes it then, doesn't it? Gertrude's innocent.
It's up to the mayor.
Very well. If anyone else has anything to say,
well, there's one more thing. I have one more thing to say.
Yes.
Do you do a community service? Well, I'm just saying, if you feel that Gertrude is in any way guilty of any kind of minor incident and stuff, you could potentially perform a task or a deed for the local community, which would help you guys. Perhaps he could, trade some of his wares, provide some of his skills at no cost whatsoever for the local community. He's a very good illusionist.
Off.
And perhaps he could make good on some of those dodgy deals that he originally did.
We are here to try the man for causing disruption to this here village. Don't sit here trying to get bargains for your shopping. That is not why he's on trial.
Well, I believe if that's why he's on trial, then he spent as much time trying to save this town as he has anything else.
Fair enough. We shall do a vote. We have three options. He goes free. He doesn't go free. No, he's banished. I'm trying to think of my voice more than actually what I was going to say. It's like, fuck's sake. Or he goes banished from this town and never to return. Or he is sentenced to death.
Breathe alone.
So, who here? Raise your arms and speak loudly if you think he should be banished, be killed, brought to death for injustice, death, gallows, hanging, that sort of thing.
Intimidatingly stare at all the crowd to make sure they don't lift their hands.
You see, like, one woman's hand kind of, and then as you look at it, puts her hand down. No. Fair enough. Of murder of death, we have cleared you. Who here believes he should be banished?
Barrels puts his
Barros
hand up.
puts his hand up. A couple of other villagers say, "Still nothing but trouble. They've asked me. Still nothing but trouble. I know what you're saying, but I don't want him here no longer." And
I think it might be time for him to move on.
Remember, he saved. If it wasn't for him, he saved you all. You all
Okay.
traitors.
And
Right.
how many of you believe he should be walking free?
Me.
And as you do this, you notice that most of the village also all put up their hands and start saying, "Yes, it's fine." And go, "Well, free, well, and all that sort of stuff. Very well, very well. The answer is clear. We shall set the man free.
Any chance we could throw one more rotten tomato at his head?
He kind of just looks at you and goes, "The man is free. And you all owe him a pint for this." Behavior.
Drinking contest.
No.
Seeing that we're on
And,
the roll, can we make him mayor?
So he turns around and starts unlocking the padlock, lifts up the stock, and as he does so, you hear this like thunderous roar coming from the outskirts of the village. You just hear like the ground begins to shake. Lots of hear loads of footsteps, a battle of metal and clanging wood, and just this war cry coming. As you look around, you notice the orcs start flooding into the village from the north. Another 10, 20 come from the south. Another 30 start pouring in from the west. The whole village gets surrounded by orcs. You just see these battle cries, giant orcs hurling them with leather armor, shields, spears, swords. Everything just come running into the village. And this is where we're going to end.
Fog spell.
I'm glad I'm holding a bag of gold right now. That's what I'm saying. Bye.
But yeah, that is the end of tonight's episode, folks.
The end of the party, isn't it?
The end of the party and the episode.
My life could turn into a squirrel and run off.
Maybe you do, maybe you don't. We won't know. So yes, if you leave them,
it's not the last you'll see of Valros, I promise you.
It's just like, "I'm going to kill any of them that comes near me."
Engraved with his name.
Nice.
He's got his sword.
Is that a Thundercat sword?
I'm going to get a drink.
No, it's Gandalf's.
Oh,
Wow, it's beautiful.
By the real.
wow, that's amazing.
That is
Ooh,
beautiful.
And I did have a nice little army to kind of put on the map, but I did that in the other one, so we haven't really got the army, so it's all good.
Man, that was
So
fun.
yeah, we're gonna decide what we're doing for our next campaign and everything else. We're gonna leave it there. That's gonna be us for tonight. I hope you all enjoyed it. We're gonna hopefully have a little carry-on conversation afterwards, test some things. But yes, thank you everybody for watching and listening. I appreciate your support as always. Moist Noodle, you crazy sod, thank you very much for the subs and the bits, and Ward as well. Thank you very much for the subs, sir, and all the bits that you said. Really appreciate it. Hope that you continue to listen to us. As I said, we're learning. We are still hopefully getting better. This was a more roleplay adventure this time. We're trying to get a bit of practice in both and see how we get on. And the next couple of weeks are going to be a little bit over the places. We're considering moving over to virtual tabletop or tabletop simulator, something like that. So we're going to be trying some new things and get some new setup going. So while we do this, we will still stream on the Fridays, but it might be a bit different from what we're doing. I will be planning our eventual campaign, which will be The Lost Mines of Fandelver. So we're going to use that starter set because everyone recommends it as a really good dungeon adventure. So we're going to be trying that. So please continue to follow, support us. If you missed any of this, we will have the video will go up on YouTube for my shame and my voices that I'll have to watch people come back on. But anyway, so yeah, as always, thanks for the support, and roll on Friday.
Yeah.
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 And if you're not following yet, guys, please hit that follow. It means everything to us.
Yes. Hit the follow.
Alright. We're up.
Crazy fools are here all the time.